ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, XFL week number 5. So far, all 8 teams have had 2 road games, 2 home games. Some of the attendance numbers out of those 2 games have been very interesting. For example, the St. Louis Battlehawks, 57,000 in those 2 games. Seattle Dragons, 51,000. St. Louis has had 2 football teams taken from them. One because of economic reasons, one because of a greedy owner. They like football, they're getting behind the Battlehawks. You look at the low teams on the attendance, the Los Angeles Wildcats, 27,000 over 2 games. LA can't even draw for the NFL teams. So what does that tell you? Look at the Rams left St. Louis and went to LA. St. Louis is coming back for football. LA has never came out for football. We don't need 2 teams in LA. New York is one of the other lower teams at 29,000. It's New York. There's a lot of things going on this time of year. The Guardians aren't great. So I think the home attendance is getting kind of toward who's good, who's not kind of deal. So we're going to get into it. Last week, I was 2-2 straight up picks. 1-3 against the spread. 3-1 on the over-under. Year-to-date totals, 9-7 straight up picks. 6-10 against the spread, and 10-6 on the over-under. I'm going to say not bad for a new league that nobody knew anything about. And here we are, week 5, and I'm above 500 on my picks. I'm good. Matter of fact, overall, I'm at 500, so hey, that works for me. All right, first game, we have the 1-3 Seattle Dragons versus the 4-0 Houston Roughnecks. Houston is 2-0 at home, 2-0 on the road. The Dragons are 0-2 on the road. Houston is favored by 12.5. I got the Roughnecks winning. Seattle has done a little bit better here recent, so I'm picking Seattle to cover the 12.5. And I'm taking over on the 45.5. Next up, we have the 2-2 New York Guardians versus the 2-2 Dallas Renegades. New York is 2-0 at home, 0-2 on the road. The Renegades are 2-0 on the road, 0-2 at home. So I'm like, what? This will be interesting. I'm picking Dallas to win. I think they're a better team offensively. They're scoring about 19.5 points a game, while the Guardians only can score 12 points a game. Both defenses give up about 18. So I'm taking Dallas to win. I think they'll cover the 8. It's going to be a 1-score game. And I'm taking under in the 37 because there ain't going to be much scoring going on. Next up, we have those 3-1 St. Louis Battlehawks versus the 2-2 DC Defenders. Battlehawks are 2-0 at home, 1-1 on the road. Same way with the Defenders. They're 2-0 on the road, at home, and 1-1 on the road. The Battlehawks are playing great football, better football at home. St. Louis is actually favored by 3.5 on here. I have not won against St. Louis all season. I've picked them to win each week. I'm 3-1, straight up picks on that. 0-4 against the spread, 3-1 on the over/under. When I pick St. Louis. So, unfortunately, I'm going against them. DC. The Defenders are freaking great at home, so they're back at home. I'm giving the 3.5 to DC. I get the Defenders winning, covering, and over on the 39 because we may see some points in this game. Next up, we have the battle of the 1-3 teams, the Tampa Bay Vipers versus the Los Angeles Wildcats. Both teams come off to a 1-3 start. Vipers are 0-2 on the road, while the Wildcats are 1-1 at home. Tampa Bay is favored by 2. Give them the 2 points to LA. I got LA plus 2. Covering that bad boy and under on the 40. So I have all 4 home teams winning this week. We'll see where that gets me at for next week. But yeah, so far I would consider the XFL a success. I think the real success on it being a viable minor league, D-League, everyone want to call it, is how many of these players are in training camps for NFL teams in August. I think that's going to be the real keynote to see, was this year a success? I know When you start up a league like this, Vince McMahon's already said he's prepared to lose $350 million. That's a mind-boggling number. But hopefully, as we go forward at the XFL, if we have XFL week year 2, maybe that will, kind of offset that a little bit. We'll start getting the TV deals and whatnot, and be able to get this sucker turned around and make it a viable, independent, viable minor league, D-League. I will note that back in the preseason, before the season started, I did my season preview. The 4 teams that I picked to go to the playoffs was out of the East, Tampa Bay and St. Louis. Out of the West, Dallas and Seattle. Let's see here. St. Louis is 3-1, so they're on their way there. Tampa is 1-3, struck out there. Dallas is sitting at 2-2, and then Seattle is sitting at 1-3. So it looks like Dallas might squeak in there, but Houston looks like they're going to be a top team. Houston was a 17-2 favorite at the beginning of the season. So yeah, I mean, when we did the season predictions, no one knew. And that's what's cool about it. No one knew. Here we are, week 5. I think it's so far a success. I want to know what you feel. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports town content.